In the dazzling, star-studded extravaganza of a New York charity gala, where the creme de la creme of society mingled like it was the last night on Earth, a priceless diamond necklace, like literally worth a small fortune, disappeared from its fancy display case in the blink of an eye. Can you believe that? All eyes turned to the one woman everyone held in the highest regard. She was practically the queen of the soiree. But just when the air was thick with suspicion and whispers of betrayal, a tiny girl in a tattered dress, looking like she just stepped out of a storybook, bravely stepped into the spotlight. And what did she do? She dropped the truth bomb that left a grown man, who was all swagger and charm just moments before, walking away in tears like a toddler who lost their favorite toy. What the hell just happened? Mike Harlan, a 38-year-old widower, worked double shifts as a janitor in downtown Chicago just to keep the lights on in their tiny one-bedroom apartment. His 8-year-old daughter, Lily, was his entire world, bright, curious, and far wiser than her years. They had nothing but each other after her mom passed 3 years ago. Money was always tight. Eviction notices came like clockwork. Across the country in Manhattan, Elena Vasquez, a decorated NYPD lieutenant who had just been honored as Officer of the Year, received a personal invitation to the annual Hearts of Valor Gala, a black tie fundraiser for fallen officers' families. Her older sister, Carla, a sharp-tongued event planner who had organized the gala, insisted Elena attend in full dress uniform to accept a special recognition on stage. Mike never imagined he'd set foot in such a place, but Lily had seen the gala on the news and begged him. A children's art contest winner from every state got to attend as a VIP guest, and somehow, against all odds, her drawing of a police badge surrounded by hearts had won for Illinois. "Please, Daddy, just this once. I want to see real heroes." Mike emptied his savings for a cheap bus ticket and a second-hand suit. They were going. The grand ballroom of the Plaza Hotel shimmered under crystal chandeliers. Celebrities, CEOs, and uniformed officers mingled while a 40-carat diamond necklace donated for live auction to benefit the charity sat, locked in a glass case near the stage, guarded by private security. Elena stood tall in her dress blues, medals gleaming, exchanging polite smiles with donors. Carla hovered nearby, barking last-minute orders into her headset, proud of her sister's spotlight moment. Mike and Lily arrived late, feeling like intruders. Lily's eyes went wide at the lights and gowns clutching her dad's hand. They kept to the edges, sipping free, sparkling water, trying to blend in. Halfway through the speeches, the lights dimmed for the auction reveal. The MC approached the case and froze. The velvet pillow inside was empty. Gasps rippled through the room. Security rushed in. Whispers turned to accusations. A prominent socialite claimed she'd seen Elena leaning close to the case minutes earlier, admiring it. Another guest swore the lieutenant had been lingering too long. Within moments, the crowd's mood shifted. Elena Vasquez, the evening's honoree, became the prime suspect. Carla's face flushed red with fury. "How could you embarrass me like this?" she hissed at her sister in front of everyone. "I vouched for you." Blinded by humiliation, Carla pulled out her phone and called 911 herself, demanding officers be sent to arrest Lieutenant Vasquez for theft. The room turned hostile. Phones came out. People backed away from Elena as if she were contagious. Her own colleagues looked at her with doubt. Elena stood frozen, voice calm but eyes burning. "I didn't touch it." No one listened. Mike held Lily tighter, ready to slip out quietly. But Lily tugged his sleeve, staring across the room at a nervous caterer in a black vest who kept wiping his hands on his apron. She whispered, "Daddy, I saw something." Suddenly, tiny Lily let go of Mike's hand and walked straight into the circle of accusing adults. The room fell silent as the little girl in the worn dress stopped in front of Elena. "Excuse me," Lily said clearly, voice steady. "The necklace isn't gone. It's in his pocket." She pointed at the caterer, a man named Victor Reyes, hired last minute through a temp agency. Victor's face drained of color. Lily continued, "When the lights went down for the video tribute, he used a magnet on a string under the table to slide the case lock open. I was short enough to see under the cloth. He put it in his inside pocket and zipped it. Security moved fast. Victor tried to bolt, but 2 officers blocked him. They patted him down and pulled out the glittering diamond necklace, still on its velvet backing. The ballroom erupted. Carla's phone dropped from her hand mid-call. Elena stared at the child who had just saved her name, her career, everything. Tears rolled down Elena's cheeks as she knelt and hugged Lily tightly. "Thank you, sweetheart. You're the real hero tonight." Carla, voice breaking, apologized to her sister in front of everyone. The crowd gave Lily a standing ovation as Mike stood back, eyes wet, prouder than he'd ever been. 2 weeks later, back in Chicago, the eviction finally came. Mike lost one of his jobs. They faced the street with nowhere to go. Then a knock at the door. Elena Vasquez stood there in civilian clothes, holding papers. Behind her, a moving truck. She had pulled every string, called in every favor. A fully paid 2-bedroom apartment waited for them in a safe building, along with a trust fund for Lily's education and a steady job offer. For Mike with benefits, Elena smiled through tears. Heroes take care of each other. Mike broke down, hugging his daughter as their new life began. What would you do in this situation? Tell me in the comments. And if the story touched your heart, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video.